Feeling good today, man. I mean, Christmas is almost here. I love the holidays. It's gonna be some weight off my shoulders. You know, holiday shopping be sometimes. You know, we'll talk more about that later. But I'm feeling good.
I feel it.
Can't complain.
I'm feeling good too, man. I'm feeling good too. I was feeling tired. I went and filmed the basketball game before I got here. I was feeling a little tired on the way to that, but I think because of how much I enjoy doing the podcast, man. Once I sit down and do it, I get like a nice little shot of energy, shot of adrenaline or something, man. Got me feeling good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
Can't complain. How your week been, bro?
My week been good. It's been busy at the shop. Christmas weekend, New Year's weekend coming up. It's like non-stop in there. Gotta eat your Wheaties in the morning before you go to work, man. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
Shit.
That's it. That's all you've been up to. Just cussing. No extracurriculars. Just work.
Nah, no extracurriculars. I mean, stepped out a few times and did my thing, but nothing too major. I'm just waiting on New Year's to come. That's gonna be the extracurricular right there.
Oh, I feel it. New
Year's Eve.
I feel it. Yeah, we gonna have some fun. My week been chilling, bro. Pretty much up to the same stuff, man. Worked. I actually shot 3 interviews on Sunday, bro.
I seen those.
Shot 3 interviews on Sunday, man.
Those.
Dropped one of them. One of them is on the YouTube. Excuse me, on the YouTube channel right now. Did an interview with a kid, Christian Brown from La Costa Canyon.
Yeah, that's the one I seen.
Yeah, but it's the only one I put out. The other 2, they will come out the next couple of Sundays.
Yeah.
He just dropped 31 on San Marcos, and San Marcos was top 2 in the county at the time. He put 31 on them, and he been balling. He like last year as a sophomore averaged 11. This year he's at like 22, so he has like an 11-point like scoring growth. So I was like, I gotta have this kid on the show and talk to him. You know what I'm saying? So
see that, and they say white boys can't jump.
You know what I'm saying? Well, he can't really jump, but he can get buckets though.
White boys getting buckets.
So yeah, interviewed him, and then ironically, I interviewed this kid, Jaden LaBelle from Cathedral. I interviewed him on Sunday, and then he turns around on Tuesday and drops 43.
Who was they playing?
Who were they? Was it Scripps? He dropped 43 on Scripps. So I was thinking I was gonna wait until the next like 2 Sundays from the last one to put that interview out. But being that he just had this hot game, I gotta drop that interview ASAP. So I'm gonna put that out on Sunday. And then the third one I did, this guy named Trent Suzuki. He's actually a strength and conditioning coach here in San Diego County. He's up in North County, but he's from LA. He said he used to train Magic Johnson when he lived in LA. He trained Shaq before. Yeah, so he you know what I'm saying. He got
real deal.
Nice little resume. Troy Aikman, I think he said so he's been out, and then also Boogie Ellis.
Boogie man.
You know what I'm saying. Pretty much all the top athletes from San Diego recently, he's trained them. You know what I mean?
Mikey Williams too, probably.
No, I don't think he's working with Mikey. Mikey's different, man. His body's different. His workout's been different, and his family, because they're all athletes and basketball players, they've all done a pretty good job of keeping him pretty insulated and coached them up. You know what I'm saying, in their ways. I mean, he played for Compton Magic and some other teams too, but they've done a good job of kind of keeping him insulated. And you know what I'm saying. So you ain't gonna find too many outside trainers that can say that they worked with him. Not too many.
That's what's up.
Yeah. Let's get in the cut of the week, bro. Who you got?
So my cut of the week is going to Miss Angela, San Diego, California. She cuts at Big Boy's Barbershop. The cut you guys are going to see, the cut you guys are going to see is super clean. Like the detail, just the thought process to go into this cut is like, and this is a woman. This is a girl cutting like this. She's real solid, real popular barber. A lot of you guys probably already got her on Instagram, honestly. But yeah, it's going to Angela Big Boy's Barbershop. You can get her on Instagram at ANGELLUUHHH_. Yeah, holla at her.
That's what's up. So that brings me to Flick of the Week. Flick of the Week goes to my guy Rich at Hustle2K. Hustle_2K on Instagram. The flick that I'm highlighting is actually, let me see how long ago it was. 4 days ago. Well, 4 days ago from today, so 5 days ago from when you guys will see this. He did a post on the Player of the Week at the Women's Drew League. A lot of people don't even know that there's a Women's Drew League.
I didn't know that.
But it's going on right now. I was actually, anyway, I'll talk about that later. But my guy Rich, Hustle2K, he's actually the photographer, the videographer. His media team, Hustle2K, is the media team for the Drew League. That's who I worked with over the summer when I was filming at the Drew League. But this post is for the player of the week at the Women's Drew League. Homegirl dropped 21 points and 10 rebounds. But this is about Hustle 2K. Just the mix is dope, man. Let me turn that down because the sound ain't supposed to be on the podcast. But just the mix is dope, and I'm going to put it up on the screen so you guys can watch it as I'm talking. But he's dope with it, bro. Like, the edits are ill. It's just dope, man. It's just dope, man. Y'all gonna see it on the screen. Hustle 2K. Hustle_2K on Instagram is my flick of the week this week. Shout out to you, fam. And he's just a good dude, bro. He's just a good dude. I've learned a lot from him, man. A lot that I've learned from him, I've brought to Flix Media Network and to my YouTube channel, and just kind of the way I do things. Not everything, because there's some of the things that he does, and I'm like, I don't really need to incorporate that. But I've definitely learned a lot from him, man, and I've stolen some things from him, and it's made me a better content creator for sure.
That's what's up, man.
So shout out to the bro for that, man. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. Keep grinding.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's get into some of these topics, man. First thing I want to let's get the sad news out of the way. R.I.P. Drakeo. LA based artist, right? He's from LA. Yeah. I'm not really too familiar with him at all, but it doesn't really matter. Rappers been dying a lot, man. But is it Drakeo or Draco?
Draco, but Drakeo is like little slang cut onto it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, R.I.P. Draco, man. He got stabbed backstage at a concert.
He's actually the third person from his team to get stabbed. To die.
From his label?
Yeah, from his whole team, Sting team. He's the third person.
Okay.
One guy got hit by a car and died. I believe another one got shot and then he just got stabbed. That's the head honcho. So you cut off. Like my bro was telling me this morning. Shout out to my boy Crunch Time. I know you probably gonna see this clip. He was telling me they cut off the head of the monster. Once you cut off the head, that's it.
That's crazy, man. When I first seen the R.I.P., I'm thinking it's the way some of these other people have died. Rest in peace to Pop Smoke. I'm thinking it was like a home invasion type of thing. But then when I seen it was backstage at a concert, man. We already talked about how crazy it is in L.A. right now, but that's just like,
you know what it is. This is, when you rap about the life you live in, some cats rap about that life, they ain't really living that life. Some cats rap about it and they is living that life. When you rapping like that, talking like that, cats gonna want to test you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They gonna want to test you. He got one song that I know. It's called.
We can keep talking.
Oh, it's called "Pow" right in the kisser. You know, like somebody getting hit in their mouth, getting shot in their face, like bow. You know what I'm saying? It's called "Pow" right in the kisser. That song he talks about a lot of stuff, like his homie shooting kids. He ain't fighting niggas, he just smoking them if it's any phone. You know what I'm saying? So I guess that it came down to it. And Pal, he caught one in the kisser. It's crazy.
Hate to hear it.
Yeah.
Hate to hear it. Were you familiar with his music? You listen to him a lot? Listen to him at all?
I just know that one song.
Oh, okay.
A lot of stuff I didn't really like, but that one song, "Power Right in the Kisser," I ain't gonna lie, it's catchy. I could jig to that. But like I said, when you rap about that, cats gonna want to see what you really about.
Yeah.
Because they really about that too.
Yeah.
Like niggas take the game banging shit serious.
Oh, big time.
It's serious business.
Big time. Goodness gracious, man. Goodness gracious. But anyway, I think pretty sure that's the only sad news we got this podcast. So I wanted to go ahead and get to that early, knock that out the way. You know what? Let's get into we haven't done it for a few podcasts. Let's get into some barber talk, man. Give us some barber game real quick, man. Give us some barber. Oh, matter of fact, this is what I wanted to talk to you about. When a barber's first getting started, or what I wanted to ask you about.
Okay.
When a barber's first getting started, I feel like I know the answer to this question as I'm about to ask it, but I'm going to ask it anyway. When a barber's first getting started, what skill in cutting and doing a haircut is more important? How good he can actually cut the hair and like fade it, or how well he can make the hair look, or the actual hairline?
So the first thing, as far as when you're first getting started, it's going to be, I have to say the lineup, because that's the most important part of the cut.
Right.
You can have an alright cut, but if the lineup is on point, people going to forget about them couple little spots that's not blended too good. They're going to see that lineup is nice and sharp and be like, man, who chopped you up? You know what I'm saying? But if you got a barber's eye, you're going to see the littlest stuff. Like, I see sometimes we see certain stuff that the average eye wouldn't see because we're cutting hair every day. Somebody could take a mirror eye, and I've seen this in the shop before. somebody could take a mirror look at it and be like, oh yeah, that's good, boom. And I was gonna have to cut like what? Like, you don't see that?
You can't do that in the shop.
I don't do it, but I'm thinking
okay.
like, you don't see that? But there has been times where the cuts have been so bad, who were getting new barbers, the cuts have been so bad to where I feel like I have to save this person because you can't let this person pay no money. They're walking out like that. That's not cool on them. They just spend, however much you charging, and they're leaving here whooped. I can't let that man do that. He probably got a business meeting. He got a wife to go home to. He got stuff he got to do. He shouldn't be walking around like that. So if I got to save the cut, I will save the cut.
Oh my gosh! Without the customer asking, without the client asking, you'll just jump in.
Without the client asking.
Ooh wee. Yeah, if I'm a barber and in the same shop as you do that to me, we gonna have an issue.
without.
Oh my goodness!
But I do it like this sometimes. It's certain clients you got to do it for. Certain clients you can tell because they're looking at the cut too, like, but they don't want to say nothing because they don't want to hurt the barber's feelings. But you can tell by the look on their face. Like, one time I was in the shop working. We had a new barber that had been there for probably like 2 months. You know what I'm saying? Because when you take the state board test, they don't care about how clean you can cut. They care about sanitation. What laws do you know and stuff like that. They care less about how you can cut.
Yeah, my lady got her hair, got her license. She took the state board, so I remember her talking.
Yeah, they don't care about that. You know what I'm saying? So you'll get barbers who pass the test, but can't cut for shit. Can't cut for shit, and they're coming to the shop thinking they're ready to go, and they whooping niggas.
Cause I'm looking at it like what you just said about saving the cut. I'm looking at it like
it's not even.
Go ahead.
It's not really. I mean, it's saving the cut, but also it's really saving the image of the shop. You don't want somebody walk out the back and say, "Where'd you get cut?" I got cut a short style. They're gonna be like, "Damn, man, they fucked you up." They ain't gonna want to come there,
right?
Because you tell them you got cut out short style.
Okay, that's one.
You know what I'm saying? And the cut's messed up. How's that looking on us?
Now that I can understand.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't let that walk out because it's the image of the shop. You're a part of the shop. If they leave him whooped, they gonna think that's how. Look how they cutting over there. Look at that. Niggas ain't gonna come get a haircut.
I feel it. That makes more sense because I was looking at it like. Because I've been plenty of events and different things where there's multiple photographers there. And I can only imagine, like, I'm the type, like, I come up and I see two people that I could tell they came together, they vibing together. Even if they didn't come together, they could just have matching outfits. I could be like, hey, you two, take a picture real quick. And I'm going to get them together to take the picture. And there might be a photographer behind me. And maybe he could look at my viewfinder and see the photo. Maybe he feel like he could take a better photo. He like, oh, no. Y'all stay right there. That ain't a good photo. Here, I'm going to take the photo for y'all. I don't want to fight this nigga. I'm going to want to fight this nigga. So that's why I'm looking at it like that. But when you say you trying to save the shop and make sure the shop image stays, you know what I'm saying, at top quality, that's different. That's different.
Yeah, I mean, you can't have a bad image out there for your shop. So if I got to fix a cut to save the shop, like, I'm going to do that because at the end of the day, that's a reflection on our money. If I see somebody with a jacked up tattoo, I'm not going to go to the artist you went to. Why would I want to go there? Look what he did to your shit.
I feel it. That was the good old days. You know what? That was the punch in, by the way. Them was the good old days. And speaking of the good old days, I ran into, remember Jermaine?
Wiley?
I ran into his older brother. Did I tell you about the teen center that I'm probably gonna be working at?
Yeah, you told me about it.
We had a meeting with all the different people that are gonna be involved, and he's one of the people. And we sat down next to him. I don't know if you remember exactly how he looked, but like his eyes and like he got like a distinct look.
No, I remember.
With all due respect, he got like them beady eyes that like you could see, like as soon as you look at him, you know it's him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I know this nigga from somewhere. And he started talking, and I heard somebody say Wiley Jr. And I'm like, Wiley? I only know one family with the last name Wiley in San Diego. Even if there's more, I only know one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then we like had this old paper to fill out, and I wrote my name on the paper, but I wrote Michael Flicks on there because everybody knows me as Michael Flicks. But he seen Michael, and then he started asking me like where I'm from and how old I am and what high school I went to and all that stuff. So I think he knows me like on the low key. Like I think I know him on the low key. And he kept talking, and somebody else came in and was like, yeah, Wiley. Kept talking to me. He said his name one more time. And then I was like, bro, I heard somebody say your last name, Wiley. He was like, yeah. I was like, you used to live on Agua Vista? And he looked like, what? Like kind of like looked at me like, bro, like what? And I was like, bro, I'm Michael, like Stefan and Michael. He was like, bro, what? How's your mom and everything? It was crazy to see him in there, bro. It was crazy to see him in there.
What's up, man?
It was crazy.
Good to see him moving in a positive.
Oh yeah, he runs a teen center called Real Teens.
Okay.
Real Teens. He has a mobile teen center, bro. He has an RV that he turned into a teen center. He like takes it around to the different high schools and does that. That's dope.
Wow, that's different.
That's really. I wish I would have thought of that. That's a really, really good idea. That's really dope. But anyway, he's gonna be involved in a teen center and all of that. But yeah, man, you saying we used to be in plays and stuff growing up had me thinking about that. Do you miss doing the plays? Not miss it, but that was a lot of fun, bro.
It was fun. I mean, it was fun, man. I mean, you know, you're young, you figuring yourself, not figuring yourself out, but you know, you doing just something different. Mm-hmm. You know, because it take a lot of guts to get up there and try out.
Mm-hmm. Audition, yep.
To audition, then you get told that boom, you made it,
or you didn't.
I mean, we don't really know how it feels to get told you didn't make it, but to the ones that didn't, sorry for you.
And I tell people that, bro, like, it was like, this is in the 90s when stuff was a little bit more cutthroat. Like, if you made the basketball team, it got posted up on the window, and if you didn't make it, everybody saw when you didn't make it. The play was the same way. And we went to performing arts elementary school, and it's like 40 kids auditioning for the play, and you got to audition in front of the teacher that's going to be, you know, leading everything, and all 40 to 50 of these kids.
Yeah.
It's real. It could be real nerve-wracking, bro. I remember I auditioned and didn't make it like 3 times in a row before I finally made it. And once I made it, I never got cut again, though. Yeah. Damn. Yeah. I auditioned for like 2 plays in kindergarten, and then one the first one in first grade, and I didn't make any of those. And
was you in Attack of the Killer Grasshoppers?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah. That might have been the dopest one we was in, bro.
It was.
That one was super dope. I remember I got to be the little Men in Black. I remember like the grasshoppers was like taking over the city, and I had on a suit with the little powder in it to kill him.
See, I was the professor. I was the guy that had the...
You had more of like a lead role.
It was.
Yeah.
I had the lead professor. I had like the chemicals to make the grasshoppers die or some shit like that, but I had a bunch of fucking lines. Mm-hmm. I remember that shit. Didn't stumble a word. Aced that shit, man.
I remember that.
Both nights. I remember 2 nights.
Yep. He had to do it. Had to do it for the school like during the day, and then for the parents at night, and then a second night for more parents the second night. So really had to do 3. And I remember that because I remember you was nervous, and in auditions you will always mess up. You will always stumble over your words in auditions. But then once the crowd was in there and it was live, he didn't stumble at all. I remember that.
Something about when the pressure on, man. It's like coming.
You know what? I remember because you were in 5th grade. I was in 4th grade when we did that, and I remember. Like after you had like more of a lead role, I remember I was like, I got to do that next year. Because I always, like I said, once I made it in 1st grade, I auditioned for literally every play until 5th grade, and I was in all of them from 1st grade to 5th grade. Once I made it, I never got cut again. But I remember when you were in that, I was always like a secondary type of role. I always had lines, more than 1 line too, like enough that I had to like really practice and remember. I remember when you had that like. I think there was only like three people in the play that had more lines than you in that one. I remember thinking like, yo, I got to do that. Like I got to give me one like that.
Mm-hmm. A bunch of lines.
When the second to last after school program that I supervised, Miss Ong worked there. Remember Miss Ong that taught the plays? Yeah.
I remember her.
I was at Horace Mann Middle School, and she was the drama teacher there. I seen her name on the paper, and I was like, Miss Ong. I had like, it was literally on the other side of campus. I was like, I gotta go see if that's her. I went and I saw her, and she like kind of like said I looked familiar, but once I told her my name, she's like, oh, I remember you were in like all the plays. I was like, yep, I sure was. From 1st to 5th grade, I was in all of them. Nice little trip down memory lane. That was cool. That was cool. Yeah. And you know what's funny? I came back in 6th grade. And just worked the lights for her, like the spotlight for her. Because they didn't really have drama at O'Farrell like that. Mm-hmm. And I just wanted to be a part, but she was like, you can't like be in the play, you don't go to school here. So I just like worked like in the back, and I just said that when I looked up at the lights right now, had me thinking like I used to work the spotlight and like do like the little like behind the scenes stuff.
Trying to be in the play and you didn't go to the school, you crazy, man.
It was fun, bro. I just didn't want to leave it alone. It was fun. Yeah. And then once I did dance too at Valencia Park. Once I got to O'Farrell, that's when I really got like into dance and stuff like that. Yeah. I should have went to SCPA, bro. If I would have stayed in San Diego, I was probably a kid that was supposed to go to SCPA. I never would have went just because everybody called it SCP gay. But you know, as a kid, that kind of stuff would really affect you. When you get older and you're like, nah, this is what I want to do, this is where I'm going, you don't think about it. But as a kid, I was like, I'm not going to that school. All the homies called SCP gay. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, the 90s was popping.
For sure. Anyhow, we was about to get into that Jake Paul knocking out Woodley. was about to say again, but he didn't knock him out the first time. He just beat him. But he knocked him out this time. Knocked him clean out.
That was a deadly blow he took. He fell on his face. You see that shit? I'm just trying to figure out how he went there like with no guard up like that. Actually, the guard was kind of up.
What's up?
Jake Paul was just faster.
He said he just made a mistake and dropped it. He kept getting body shots.
Cause it looked like he walked. Yeah, he faked with the body and then came up, bam, over the head. But when he fell on his face, I said that nigga might be dead. I said that nigga might be dead. Check on him.
You know what? I didn't think he was dead, but in you saying that, it makes me think about when I used to love watching World Star fights, bro. And somebody get knocked out from the punch, and then they hit the ground face first, the way Woodley did, but it's not no mat with springs and stuff. It's the pavement.
Niggas die like
so they be sleep. Like it's been. I remember a few times watching World Star fights, and I'm like, no, bro, he's dead. He ain't getting up from that. Yeah. You ever been knocked clean out? I'm pretty well. We've all been, if you fought enough times, you've been knocked down. But have you been knocked out?
I've been knocked down, but never knocked clean out where I'm just like stiff and sleep. Like, nah, yeah, I've never experienced that.
Me neither. I've been knocked dizzy in a football game, but I've never been like punched.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Who was I just?
Yeah, I've been punched before and stumbled back like, oh, okay. But when it happened, it was a sneak punch. Like we talked about, it was a sneak punch. Like he caught me off guard. Like I wasn't expecting it. He came out like it was cool. Like, oh my nigga, boop, and they hit me, and I'm like, what the fuck? Over some shit that happened earlier. Oh, I got into it with one of his friends. So I guess he felt the need to like defend his homie. And I'm like, nigga, like you know me better than you know that nigga. Like some nigga he brought to the block. Oh, this my homeboy. He slid me from the side. I wasn't expecting it, and I like stumbled, and then we got the tussling, boom, 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 and then yeah, you know.
I was just telling the dude that I interviewed, Trent Suzuki. He's a strength, like I said, he's a strength and conditioning coach, but he's like a fifth degree black belt in some form of martial arts. I forget the exact name of it, but I was telling him, I feel like every grown man should be punched square in the face before they're a fully grown man, because you don't want that to happen for the first time as a grown man. You know what I'm saying? Do you remember the first time somebody caught you square in the face? I do. I was in first grade, bro. Caught me. I had them little dots. That's when I knew, like from the cartoons, like the Seeing Stars thing. That's what I was like. They got that from somewhere, because he caught me square in the face, and I saw the little dots, and I was like, oh my god, I got worked out, got beat up 2 more times. My mom told my dad to take me in the backyard and teach me how to fight. Like, your son keep getting beat up, go teach him how to fight. But yeah, I remember getting punched square in the face for the first time, bro. And I couldn't imagine let that happen. Like I'm 18, 19, 20, and that happened for the first time. There's people around. I might be with a girl. Like, you never know. And that happens for the first time, and you don't know what to do because that ain't never happened to you.
I think the first time I really got a clean, good hit was when I fought you. It didn't like make me dizzy, but I felt it. I was like, oh, okay. Niggas out here throwing punches.
And see, and like I said,
that was the first time me and you fought.
Like, I'm sorry about that, bro. And like I said, when Pops taught me how to fight, one of the first things he told me was like, all right, you small. So you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You can't wait for somebody to start the fight. You gotta start the fight. You gotta start it quick and start it hard. Like, Pops, like, you small, you can't take no chances. So start the fight, come out, just start throwing them. Like, and so I knew, like, whenever it was time for me to fight, it wasn't finna be a whole bunch of squaring up and we finna see what. Like, nah, I'm finna just start rowing the boat.
Just start throwing them. There and get it popping.
Yeah, got to. But yeah, man, I didn't like Woodley. I didn't like Woodley going down like that.
Me neither.
And I'm not gonna lie. I'm starting to become a Jake Paul fan, man. I'm starting to become, well, if not a fan, I'm gaining more and more respect. Even though he haven't beat up no boxers yet, and he's taking the boxing training, and he hasn't beaten up any boxers. But
I want to see him fight a real honest boxer.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I do too. What did they say? I was watching Joe Budden podcast. He was like, I mean, he want to fight people that's not boxers. He was like, fight the game. He's like, you know what I'm saying? They both big dudes. They both got the same kind of reach.
That'd be a nasty fight.
He's like, we know Game can fight. Like, if you're fighting people that don't actually box, fight somebody like the Game who got a track record of really beating niggas up.
Yeah,
I was like, that's a good idea. Right, that's a good idea.
I'd go to that.
Me too.
I'd catch a flight to LA to see that.
I would buy tickets for that for definitely. Sure. But then what happens if Jake Paul knocks out Game?
Go see history. It's gonna be like, damn, another one bites the dust.
Fair. You know how upset I would be if Jake Paul knocked out Game? I'd probably be more upset than when
was Tyron Woodley's first black dude he knocked out?
No, he knocked out Nate Robinson.
You're right, Nate Robinson. Yeah, but Nate Robinson, that's like fighting like height wise. That's like fighting like.
I'm about to say I don't want to fight Nate Robinson.
I mean,
I ain't finna say nothing crazy about it.
Compare for those two.
Yeah, you right.
That's like
you right.
It's like fighting a kid.
I don't want to say that.
I mean, bulkiness, yeah, he bulky, but as far as height, that's like fighting a kid. That's like stepping in the ring with a kid, height wise.
I didn't want to see that. Anywho, what we got next? What we got next?
Smooth knockout though.
Oh yeah, it definitely was.
You seen the sweat come off the face?
Everything. It was perfect. It was picture perfect. Picture perfect. Anyway. But I just missed it too. I had turned the fight on and they was just wrapping it up, like just showing like the first couple of replays in the knockout. Yeah. That was how I saw it. I made sure I didn't watch Instagram, didn't check Twitter or nothing. I was like, I finally got to it. It had just ended. Anywho, speaking of ending things, JayZ said he want to end the talk about him doing verses. He said can't nobody stand on that stage with him. He's like, ain't nobody got enough music. Can't nobody stand up there with me.
Nobody. I wouldn't say.
We talked about it on the radio today. Oh, that was anyway. I'll talk about that in a little bit. We talked about it on the radio today. Ja Rule. He said Ja Rule might be able to stand up there with him.
Yeah, I wouldn't say nobody. You got cats out there like.
I said Kanye.
His arch nemesis Nas.
Nas ain't got enough.
You're crazy.
He's a good enough rapper to be on that stage with him, but he doesn't have enough music. He doesn't have nearly as many hits.
You talking about just pure hits or just pure skill, waiting to push it together? We talking verses.
Verses is the hits.
I'm thinking freestyle.
It's the music, yeah.
I'm thinking actual battle wise.
Nas could absolutely rap with JayZ, absolutely.
I'm
but
thinking
like
on that
music
track.
wise, nah.
I'm thinking on that track.
Nah.
Kanye and Jigga.
Yeah, Kanye got hella hits, and like really like legend. He got legendary music.
Not 50.
I don't think so, cause Hov got
not 50. I
don't think so because JayZ has like cultural music that when you put it on, he got like music that like when you already got a couple in, you got your little 2-step going, you having a good time. And JayZ got music that when it come on, you what? Name one.
Bro, you got In the Club.
That's
come
one.
On.
That's the only one I was thinking of too.
Candy Shop.
Nah, bro. That ain't finna, bro. No.
Do you know the Candy Shop song? Thank you.
Of course she knows it. That's not what we're talking about. Of course she knows it. But you're not at the cookout and we playing dominoes and Candy Shop come on and we gotta pause the game because Candy Shop came on. He don't have none of those.
No, but I can guarantee everybody in the bar gonna be singing that motherfucker.
And that there's a difference between it make you feel a way and you know in the lyrics. There's a difference. JayZ's got a few records to where I don't want to say we're gonna stop the domino game to go and dance, but he got a few like who put that on? 50 Cent got maybe 2 of those.
Crazy. That whole 50 Cent album, Get Rich or Die Trying, you can play from the front to back without skipping a song.
JayZ's got a few albums like
without
that.
Without skipping a song.
JayZ, he does. Get Rich or Die Trying is a classic album. It is absolutely a classic hip hop album. It's in my top 5 hip hop albums for sure. But that's one album.
Now Jigga's my favorite East Coast rapper.
Okay.
I fuck with JayZ.
He's my favorite rapper, period.
He's my favorite East Coast rapper.
Okay.
But I think 50 got some slaps too, man. 50 get him going. 50 get him going, B. You can't sleep on 5th.
Okay. If we doing a versus, say we both just doing it off our phones right now, and I play H to the Izzo, what you gonna play after that?
If you play H to the Izzo?
Yes.
What would I play after that?
Yeah.
As far as like 50 Cent?
Yeah.
I'm trying to choose because there's so
many. Or if I play Show Me What You Got. Like JayZ got music that like as soon as it come on you like, oh shit. Like 50 Cent don't have too many of those, bro.
He do, bro.
No, he don't. No, he don't.
He does. Even cats from his team got like.
That's his team. That's his team. That's his team.
Like,
I was actually in their heyday, in the G Unit heyday. I was more of a Lloyd Banks fan than I was a 50 Cent fan, honestly. Yeah, for sure. That Hunger for More album. That's one of my favorite albums that came out. That's one of the first hip hop albums that I actually bought with my own money. That I own because I went to the CD store. Was it Sam Goody? Because I went to the CD store with my own money and purchased because I wanted the Hunger for More album by Lloyd Banks. One of the first ones. It was one of my favorites, but nah.
I had that CD too. That shit slap.
Yeah, it hella did. Yeah, I don't.
The Kanye, I don't know. Kanye's on some money.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Kanye no more, but I'm just saying he has the catalog to stand next to JayZ. Is what I'm saying.
Okay, you can say that. You can say that. He got a lot of hits.
Yeah, for sure. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else, because I'm trying to be more objective when it comes to JayZ. My cousin, when I went up and did the Cuzzo cast, my cousin told me, he was like, "You're not objective when it comes to JayZ. Anything this nigga do, you find all the good in it. You don't never see no bad. Anything this nigga does." So I'm trying to be more objective and try to be like, but I don't know who else who could beat him. Ain't too many.
Like as far as like actual hits.
Snoop.
I was gonna say Lil Wayne got hits too. You can't forget about Weezy. You talking about who got a catalog, nigga? Who got hit after hit after hit? They was running the whole game at one time. Wayne got him. Wayne could stand in front of nigga right now and go bar for bar, song for song, and say, "You got this song, I got that song, nigga. You got this, I got that."
I'm not mad at Lil Wayne.
Weezy.
Snoop might be able to do it too.
I was thinking Snoop too.
Snoop might be able to do it too. But just with Snoop, he don't like. Maybe I was about to say that probably doesn't matter. What I was gonna say is he might not have enough like current music that he could play, but versus ain't about current music. Mm-hmm. It's about, like we talking about, it's about your hits. Snoop, Wayne, Kanye, they might be able to. I don't think any of them would win, but they could both. All three of them would put up a good fight, I think.
Oh no, when you talking about bar for bar, like Wayne.
He got a bunch of songs that's got like a bunch of dope bars, but he don't have a bunch of songs that like make you like. He does.
He does.
I don't think he ain't got the catalog Hov got though, bro.
Two different lanes.
Yeah. And like I said, I'm trying to sound fair because my cousin let me have it. I thought I was a pretty objective guy. He was like, "Nah, fam."
If any nigga can stand in front of him, it's gonna be Weezy and Kanye. I don't even like Kanye, but I'm not a hater. Kanye could do it.
Yeah, for sure. Anyway, from one great Sean to another, Sean Puff Daddy Combs bought Sean John out of bankruptcy for $7.5 million. You see that?
Smart nigga.
For sure. He
sold
said
the shit and then brought it back.
Yeah, and could you imagine, bro, like something that you used to own that you sold for a profit? Obviously, that's why you sell something. And now and it was like your baby at one point, and now you see it's like in the trash can. Like you're gonna grab it out of the trash can and clean it up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's basically what he did.
Brenda's baby right there.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the way how streetwear is now, I feel like he could really do some dope stuff with it. Sean John was already dope.
He's a hustler. He's gonna bounce back for sure.
Yeah, it was already dope, and he wasn't hit. He wasn't hit because he didn't own it anymore.
All he gonna do is flip it around to fit what's in now.
Exactly.
And put Sean John on it.
Exactly. I was thinking he might bring Kanye in to help out with some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because Kanye's big in the fashion world. You know what I'm saying? He might.
Yeah, I just can't stand his fucking shoes.
Kanye.
The Yeezys.
Yeah. I liked him more when he was with Nike. I like a few of the Adidas Yeezys, but
I don't fuck with none of that shit. That look weird to me.
I don't like that his clothes are so simple and like torn and tattered, and they like $1,000. It's like, fam, what I look like buying a holy like a t-shirt with holes in the neck?
Cause he gonna have niggas gonna spend that.
It's crazy.
$1,000 niggas.
I go cut holes in my own t-shirts, bro. Go get me a pro club, cut it up myself. But that never made any sense to me, bro. But at the same time, I buy jeans with the holes in them, so I guess that's the same thing. But at the same time, I'm not spending $100 for them. So.
1,000.
Anywho,
$1,000 shirts.
You wearing Sean John? Want to get back rocking? You gonna cop something?
No, I used to rock it back in the day. I fuck around, I probably would. Mm-hmm. I mean, I got on Rockwear boots right now.
There you go. Remember FUBU?
So,
when FUBU first hit? Yeah.
I had all the FUBU shit. The 05 sure. With the stars on the back and the whole thing. Yeah.
You know what my mom went crazy for us? The FUBU line was the Fat Albert line. My mom got us all the FUBU Fat Albert stuff. Yeah. Bro. I remember I had this. It was like a off-white, like a pasty yellow like the shirt, but then the sleeves were actually yellow, and it had the whole Fat Albert and Junkyard Gang on them. And I had the black jeans with the same like yellow stitching in them. Like oh man, that fit was so hard. Anytime I put that fit on that school, I knew I was killing them. That was one of them ones that was like, I'm killing them today. And Fubu, Sean John, all of that old stuff. If I see it out somewhere, I gotta grab a piece, bro. I got to. Because I kind of wish I had a piece of all of that stuff now. Of course, I wouldn't be able to fit it, but
it's coming back into style.
Actually, I probably would be able to fit it as big as we used to wear our clothes back then.
You might. You know what? You might. You just might.
And I'm a small dude. I'm telling you, as big as we used to wear our clothes.
You just might.
For sure. What's up next, man? What else? Let me see.
What's on the list?
That's pretty much all the cultural stuff we wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about women taking men on dates and women like financially holding men down. Cause I seen
down to talk about that.
I seen a post on Twitter, or a tweet. Girl said, all you girls that's saying like, oh, it's giving broke for me and he don't have enough money and this and that. It was like, y'all never been in a position where you had to hold your man down, and like until he got in where he had to, until he bounced back and now he taking care of everything again. It's like, oh, you young hoes that never hold your man down like that. As soon as he go broke, you finna just be out of there. And I'm looking at her, of course, her page or nothing didn't say how old she was. But I'm like, how old is this chick talking like this? Because that's rare. You don't see a lot of girls these days that have that sentiment to where it's like, I'll financially take care of a man. You know what I'm saying? You ever, how you feeling about that before I get to that question? How you feeling about that?
Let me finish this first.
Let me catch up. I've been babysitting mine. Had some fries and been chilling.
This is a topic right here, man. Starting to sweat a little bit. I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with a girl taking a dude on a date. That's just showing you appreciate the dude. You know, and you're willing to do the same things that he'll do for you. You know, you start after a while, you start to feel like if a girl just wants you to keep taking her out to eat, pay for this, pay for that, you start to feel like, am I dealing with a gold digger? You know, like, what do you got going that you can't buy a meal every now and then? I got no issue paying for it. I can do it myself. But why does it hurt if you do it? You know, everybody speaks about equality this, equality that. When it's time to be equal, they don't really want to be equal. You know what I'm saying? If you're willing to dash on a man because his funds are low or he can't do this for you, that just says enough about your personality and your mind state. You were never really there, honestly, from the get-go. If you're willing to bounce and not hold it down, you know what I'm saying? Like, so if you got to hold your man down until he bounces back, why not? Because he might bounce back in a big way. And you don't want him to bounce back in a super big way, and now you like, oh, can we talk again? Like, nah, when I didn't have nothing, you threw me to the wolves.
Right.
Now that I'm up, you feel me? You want some kind of get back. Like, nah, that's not going to work. You know, it's the saying that always says, it goes, you know, treat everybody like the boss, even the janitor. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody plays a position to help you keep your job. So treat the janitor like he the boss. Show him that same respect. Don't treat him no different because he mopping the floor. Treat him the same way. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about that, though.
I feel it. I had to ask. I was like, let me bring that to Dre. I mean, not that you've been through that, but just you know, some of the things you've been through over the past few years. I was like, you know what? Let me ask Dre about that.
Well, I've been through that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been through that. I've been used for money. I've been like swindled. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I would tell the story, but how much time we got left?
We got all the time we need. What's up?
Okay, so there was a situation. I was talking to this chick, you know what I'm saying? She was like, oh, you know, that's my off day. Let's go grab some food. I'm like, all right, cool. You know, where you want to meet at? She like, let's meet at Denny's. We meet at Denny's, you know what I'm saying? I get out the car, she gets out the car. Like, it's the same girl. It's her. I could tell it's her. She had to be at least probably like 30, 40 pounds heavier. You know what I'm saying? So I'm catfished off the top. Like, the pictures you had were clearly old. So we get there, we eating, She could tell, you know, I'm not really feeling her. You know what I'm saying? She's like, oh, why you not really talking? I'm like, I mean, we're just chilling, eating, you know, eating some food, having fun. She's like, that's not how you're supposed to act on a date. I'm like, first of all, I said, this ain't no date. There's two people having breakfast. You know what I'm saying? She flips like, I'm not really feeling your attitude. I'm just leave. I said, that's cool. I said, check this out. I said, waitress, can we get 2 checks? One for everything she got and one for everything I got. She's like, nah, it's all on him. He paying for it. I'm like, I'm not paying for your, why should I pay for your food? First of all, you invited me out. Mm-hmm. I'm not expecting you to pay, but you told me to come out with you. Mm-hmm. Man, I can't make this up. She takes like a big bite of the food, like stuffs her cheeks and runs out the Denny's. They gotta like chase her down, fam. Yeah, they had to chase her down.
How long ago was that?
This was years ago.
Oh, okay.
I'm just like, it was embarrassing.
Goodness gracious.
I'm just like, I feel like you just tried to use me for a free meal.
Time out. So what happened? They caught her? Or she made it out?
She made it out.
So you had to pay for her food?
No. I said, yo, look, I said, by law, I don't got to pay for her food. That's not my child. She's a grown woman. I don't got to pay for her food. I said, nah, Ma. They questioned me like, you don't got no money? I'm like, I could, you know. I'm like, I got money. Like, come on. I can pay for my food right now. Mm-hmm. I was like, my bad, sir. We're going to make you a whole new dish. So you can just sit there and enjoy your food. You know what I'm saying? So what she did, she was like, yeah, can I get a to-go plate? So when the lady walked by to get the to-go plate, she put some food in her mouth like a chipmunk. And stormed out the thing. He was like, where did that girl go? I said, she bounced. They go after her. Couldn't catch her.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I've heard of people getting a dine and dash off, and like I've actually heard of, believe it or not, I've heard more stories about dudes doing that to girls. That actually happened to one of my aunties years and years ago.
Dine and dash?
Yeah, but not nothing like that to where it's like it's a conversation about who's gonna pay, and then she try to take mad bites and run out. That's crazy.
She took big ass bites for him and just got up out of there. And flip flops. I can't make this up. And flip flops. I'll never forget them sandals she had on. Because it was busted. You know, they're black all on the inside.
You know what's funny about that? She probably got home or got with her homegirls and was like, bitch, I stuffed my mouth and ran up out of there.
Thinking it's killing,
you know what I'm saying? Like thinking she fly or something. It's like, nah, that's not.
Oh, you got him again, and girl, you got another one. Like,
that's, goodness gracious.
That was like the worst that should ever happen right there. Like, so yeah, I mean, there are some users and some gold diggers out there, but don't use me for a free like grand slam. Like, that ain't shit but $20. You ain't got $20.
He still used me for the grand slam. Oh man, goodness gracious! I've never had anybody do me like that. I've never used anyone, and I've never had anyone use me like that. But I was more. That's a hilarious story. I was more so though talking about like in like a couple, like couples, like you already dating, and like, or maybe you meet them, you meet somebody, and they not necessarily up. Like maybe you meet a girl that like she, you know what I'm saying, she owns her own nail shop, but it just started like 2 months ago, so she ain't really got no money. She's actually spending money to keep her shop open. And it's like but I feel like most guys though, most men, most mature adults would pursue a woman like that, because it's like, you're an entrepreneur, you got your own thing going.
That's a whole
but at the same time, somebody could see that and be like try it, like try that out with her, because she's an entrepreneur, she's a go-getter. But you ain't never got no money for nothing. I gotta pay for this all the time. This might not work out. But then maybe you meet her a year and a half, 2 years later, and she got the most popping nail salon in all the city, and now she's super lit. So you know what I'm saying? You just never know. I'm not saying you should hang on because she's gonna be popping one day. I'm just saying like you like running off because somebody's not financially where they want to be or should be or could be is, you know what I'm saying? That's whack. That's whack. Yeah. Although I do understand it though, because you know what I'm saying. You talk to enough women, they'll tell you like, I did that before. I stood by the dude that was opening his own restaurant, and I stood by there and I tried that and I can't do it again. So you know what I'm saying? It's just, I think it all just depends on what people have experienced and where they at in their life. You know what I'm saying? I think that's all it is. I've definitely been held down before. Absolutely have.
Yeah, I've been held down before too. It's a good feeling.
Yeah, and if you've never. If in my situation anyway, if I didn't get held down, I wouldn't have got to where I'm at now. You know what I'm saying? If I wasn't at a point where it was like, she was like, nah, I can't do that. Like, you lost your job. You want to do what? You want to film basketball and like produce podcasts? What? How you gonna get paid doing that? Like if she went down and hold it down, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. And I don't want to say like I'm super lit and I got money like falling out my pockets, but I'm doing okay. You know what I'm saying? And if I didn't get held down, I wouldn't be at this position. I would have had to go and get another 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And been pissed off because I got to go to work every day. Got to ask somebody to take a vacation. No disrespect to those that have that, but that just wasn't anything that I wanted to do anymore. You know what I'm saying? So that's all.
I feel you.
Yeah. So I gotta have these next topics ready, so you gotta have these breaks in between. Let me open this phone. Going broke for the holidays. That was what you wanted to talk about. That, and then we can get up out of here.
Going broke for the holidays.
I'm about to finish going broke tomorrow. I'm finish up my shopping tomorrow.
I just finished up. I think I finished up today. I'm gonna see how I'm feeling tomorrow. But yeah, going broke for the holidays. I mean, it happens all the time. I just want to say, don't go broke trying to please everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you still got money for your bills,
Mm-hmm.
money for shit you want to do. You know, I mean, like in my family, I come from a family to where it's like, my aunt off top. Like, if you can't bring something for everybody, don't bring nothing for nobody. So you kind of put in that position to where you got to shop, you got to ask who all going to be there. You know what I'm saying? Boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? But you ain't got to go all crazy. You know, you can get some $6.99 gifts. $7.99 gifts. You know, so you don't gotta go crazy, but just don't go broke. I feel like holidays are like they can be real stressful sometimes. Bring a lot of anxiety because people feel like they gotta reach everyone's demands and gifts. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I got my daughter some stuff she's gonna enjoy. I didn't get everything on the list for her. I told her like, Daddy got bills. I pay for my own stuff, so I can't get you any and everything. I can get you the best stuff I can get you off that list. You know, I mean, and do the best thing I can do. But I can't get you everything.
Right.
You know, because I've done that before to where I got everything before. And it's stressful. It's like the year coming up, I only got what? I got $2,000 in my account because I try to get everything you wanted, you know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, just don't go broke stressing over the holidays.
I feel it. I definitely have crossed that bridge before, and I actually started this off saying that I'm gonna finish going broke tomorrow, but I'm not gonna go broke. I don't do that anymore. I actually got that from my lady, bro. Like, yeah, she's always the type, like, she the type that, like, I don't care if it's your birthday, I don't care what's going on. If I don't got it, then I just don't got it. Like, I'm not finna buy something just because of this is this day, and I'm not finna go broke just because of we celebrating whatever we celebrating. Like, even if I can get you something, I will, but it's gonna be within reason. And I'm saying I definitely adopted that for sure. And so I'm to the point where, like, and then my kids are smaller. Like, I got a 5 and a 1.5-year-old, so it's not like they got these crazy lists of things that they need. You know what I'm saying? I know one of my kids like music and guitars, and the other one like little gears and little stuff that he could turn with. So I got each of them a couple of little gifts like that. And like I said, they small. They don't want a whole bunch, and they still small to the point where they play with the box and the wrapper and the wrapping paper more than they play with the toys on Christmas Day. You know what I'm saying? So I just get them a couple little toys. You know what I'm saying? Something for the gift exchange, something for everybody that's close to me. You know what I'm saying? But I used to try to, like, not really break the bank, but the most, like, thoughtful and expensive gift that I could get for my loved ones. Now it's like something practical, something that you're gonna use. Now it ain't even gotta be nothing over the top. Like, for me, like, I'm a cameraman. If somebody buy me a pack of SD cards, I'm gonna love that. You know what I'm saying? It's something that I'm gonna use for on a day-to-day, that I'm gonna use all the time. You know what I'm saying? So I try to do stuff like that. Like, one year my brother got me a portable phone charger. You know what I'm saying? And I would have never thought to buy that for nobody, but he know I'm always on the go. He know I use my phone for everything. And he was like, I know you're going to actually use this. Yeah. So that's why I bought it for you. I'm like, I'm going to start doing that. And it's, you know, Steph's always been that way. He don't try to, like, go over the top. He going to get you something that you're going to actually use and appreciate and be like, that's a good gift right there. And so that's what I try to do.
That's why I did tonight. Like, I got some girl cousins that's going to be at the house. I got them all the same thing. Smell good bubble bath and smell good body cream so you can smell good for your man when you get out the bubble bath. That's it. Smell good. That's it. And I got their husband's cologne. Nice and simple. You can't be mad at that. You're an adult. What are you going to be mad at that? Like, nah.
Do you remember what's the best gift you've ever gotten for Christmas? Not for like a birthday, not period, but the best Christmas gift you've ever gotten.
You know what I'm about to say. That N64 we used to get on in my room. That Nintendo 64. Yeah, that was the best thing I ever got. Super Smash Brothers, Madden, all the shit. That was the best right there.
And it was perfect because we had the PlayStation. So when you came to our house, we played the PlayStation. We went to your house and played the 64. We had the best of both worlds. You know what, bro? Like, it's not the best gift I've ever gotten, but I've never felt better about a Christmas gift. But my Uncle Clarence got me this black and green. He got one for me and Steph. These black and green Casio watches, bro. He got us for Christmas one year. And I remember that's like, and I always like, my Uncle Clarence is like the coolest nigga in the world to me. Like to this day, I'm still trying to be like this nigga. Like to this day. Yeah. He always had a dope hat on. And I always wear hats. And he always had a dope watch on. And I was like, always like, my uncle's so cool, man. I need a watch. And I never told him that I used to always grab his hats off. I used to get mad. I used to take his snapbacks off the wall. But I was like, bro, like leave my hats alone. I used to always, pretty like I do with my son's nights. I'm touching my damn hats. But I never asked him about the watch. And one year he just, for Christmas, just bought me and Steph these black and green Casio watches. I never put it on like, yo, I got this fly ass watch, nigga. Like, and I've gotten much better stuff than like solid gold jewelry. Like, I love shoes. I've got, you know what I'm saying? But like, I've never felt better. I don't remember ever feeling better. No, one year my dad got us those bikes. Probably when I got like my first like actual bike when I was like probably like 11. Cause you know when you get a bike at 11 or 12, it's like getting a car. It's like full freedom. I could go 5 blocks and be there in 2 minutes. And what?
I remember when we went back to school after winter vacation, y'all had the Adidas.
You said we did?
Yeah, you got it from your auntie.
Yep, with the gold stripes. Yep.
Them motherfuckers clean. I was like, ugh.
And that was right before Pops was like, nah, we gonna get name brands because you know they used to keep us in the Payless unless it was for basketball. We rocked the basketball shoes, we rocked the Payless shoes, but basketball season, Pops made sure we got whatever sneakers we wanted for basketball season. But that was when like after my auntie got us all the shell toes, because she was like like a district manager for Foot Locker somewhere in LA at the time. And like, oh, you know, it's like 20 something of us boy cousins on my mom's side. We all got them shell toe Adidas. Everybody got those. But that was like right before like my parents like full time got us
it was clean.
Name brand shoes.
It was icy light.
It was super icy, right with the like it wasn't even gold. It was like bronze, like the like bronze colors. Stripes.
That was like, was it? I think they was.
Everybody got the same color, bro. Yeah. Everybody got the same color except her son. Her son got a different. If I'm not mistaken, my cousin Blaze, he was actually one of the dudes on the Cuzzo cast. But yeah, her son got a different pair. But all the cousins, we all got the one with the shell toes with that like bronze stripe. Yeah, I remember those. That's the first pair of shell toes I ever had. I remember walking in the school toes and everybody was like, yo!
Yeah, I remember I came in front of my house. I was like, damn, that nigga's fresh right now.
Yeah, good times. What you got anything on your Christmas list this year? Anything you hoping for? You decked your daughter out. What you hoping you get?
I'd just be happy just to wake up on Christmas morning.
I feel it.
That's enough for me.
I feel it. I can't be mad at that. I don't really have any like necessarily like gifts that I want. I got a bunch of stuff that I need like as far like for my business and stuff like that, but you can't expect people to know like, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. But
I'm not getting no gifts this year. I don't got nobody that's gonna give me gifts. I mean my auntie asked me what I want, so I might get something from my auntie, but I don't have like no girlfriend, no wife, and nothing, so I'm not expecting no gifts.
I feel it.
Just chilling.
I feel it. Your daughter probably bring you over something. She probably had moms.
Surprise me with something. You
know what I'm saying? You know, with the kids, whatever they bring, you gotta act like it's a championship ring. As soon as you see it, you can't be like, oh, that's a little bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You're like, oh, a macaroni bracelet, I love it. You know what I'm saying? No matter what it is, you gotta go hard. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And you know what? If they get a good enough teacher, well, that's mainly for Mother's Day and Father's Day type stuff. But I was going to say, if they get a good enough teacher, the gift will be dope. Because my son just in preschool, and he brought home this, like made with popsicles. I mean, he's in kindergarten now, but when he was in preschool, it's like popsicle stick picture frame with a picture of him holding a heart that said, I love you to pieces. And it had like little wooden puzzle pieces glued to it that I could tell like that they let him paint because the paint is all like crazy and stuff. I love that thing. I keep it on like right there where I do my editing and stuff. I keep it right there.
There you
know
go.
What I'm saying? So if they teacher is thoughtful and creative enough, they'll come home with something dope. You know what I'm saying? So you never know. She got a dope teacher. You have a dope little Christmas ornament, a little gift or something like that.
Keep my hopes up then.
You know what I used to do, bro? This and then we can go ahead and get up out of here. I remember, bro, on Mother's Day and Christmas, making my mom a card at school because they bring out the construction paper, all the arts and crafts and stuff. Making my mom a card, and then walking home from school and like finding somebody's front yard to like steal their flowers, like pluck the flowers out of their yard.
To take to mom's?
And put them in my mom's car to give to her. Every year she's like, "Oh my God, thank you so much." And then I stole them flowers out of somebody's yard.
Right there. That's dope. It's the thought that counts.
For sure. I'll be a mama's boy till the day I die. For sure. That was all I had though, man. Anything else on your mind? Anything else you want to talk about, bro?
I'm pretty good, man. We covered everything.
Yeah, man. Good podcast, man. We had to bounce back from last week. Last week was a little crazy. You know what I'm saying? It was a good pod. It wasn't a good, in my opinion, it wasn't really the best podcast. 2 of our cameras were missing, and then anyway, it just wasn't a good pod. But this one is a good podcast, and I'm not complaining at all. Anyhow, it's been another episode of the Barber and the Cameraman, the Barber and the Cameraman podcast. Appreciate y'all tapping in. It's boy Michael Flicks, always in the mix.
Did the Barber, nobody goes harder.
And we'll be back next week, man. Take care.
Yes, sir.